All right, everyone, let's dive right into it. Welcome to another edition of Webinar Wednesday, tips to help grow your online community. It's really great to be with everyone here. I hope everyone is staying safe out there. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. I am Jason there on the left. We just passed Webinar 100. It was a great milestone, and thanks to everyone's participation for joining. And we're lucky to be joined by David Rockland, the digital strategist, and so much more here at Brilliant Directories. David, thanks for taking the time to join us on this webinar. And I think today we're also trying for the second time to not only host the webinar here, but also stream it on YouTube live simultaneously. Is that correct?
That's right. So we should be live on YouTube now. I'm sure we'll have some people joining in on there momentarily, but looking forward to today's webinar. As always, got some great updates to share with everybody.
That's right. And I always like to mention, if you're not already part of our Facebook group, it's a great way to stay connected in between Webinar Wednesdays. Everyone can head on over to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook and just click on the blue join button. It's a great place to ask questions, get the latest updates that are coming down the pipeline with Brilliant Directories, and a whole lot more. I'm in there myself, and I look forward to seeing you there as well. And for those of you joining us for the first time, and I do see a good handful of new names and faces here today, so welcome. Webinar Wednesday is really a platform and channel for us to kind of show you how to leverage some of the built-in features of Brilliant Directories to help grow your community a bit faster. So not only will we showcase some new features that are available and also take some of your questions, but we like to kind of explain how these new features can help you grow your community. Things like converting visitors to members, identifying revenue opportunities, and one of my favorite I always like to mention is improving the website's navigation, creating a nice, simple flow that can help increase conversion rates, subscribers, registrants, etc. So if you have questions on these topics or anything related to your BD website, we'll do our best to get to as many questions as we can in just a little bit. And yeah, we always like to dive into just a few of the BD Lab updates that have been pushed during the last couple of weeks. There's obviously more than this, but these are just a few notable ones. So I'll just start at the top of the list there. As everyone knows, we introduced some draggable content blocks when you're building out a web page. Very simple content elements that you can just drag into the editor and then make the changes that you'd like to make. What we did is we actually made individual elements or components, like an individual image, an individual heading, that you can drag into the editor. I'll show you all very quickly where that is and how you can use that on your site right now. So what you want to do is go to Content and go to the Web Page Builder. And what we can do is we'll just create a new web page here in this example. And we'll just call this sample elements. So what we have here is you have a blank canvas always to start, and you have this toggle here. It says draggable content blocks. And there's nothing fancy here. It's pretty simple, but you'll notice that there are 8 new individual elements here: image, video, a button link, contact form, text block, section title, divider line, and a line break. Under those are the previous content blocks that we had created and originally launched with. Text with image right, text with image left, like a 3-column feature list, etc., etc. What you can do with these individual elements, let me just clear this if I scroll up. If, for example, you already created your page without using any of the content blocks and you wanted to add a button link, normally you would make the text button link and then click on where that's going to go to. And after you've created it, you can add a style to it and so on. What we've done is you can just drag button link into here and it'll kind of be pre-made with some basic things, but it should give you a head start when you're trying to build out your page. And then of course, once you have this here, you can certainly edit it where it's going to go. Maybe this goes to your join page and you want it to say join now. And of course, you can change some of the styles here. You can toggle full width, normal size button, etc. When you're doing the image, it's nice. It'll drag an image in. So maybe you have a special spot you want to put an image. And what's really cool is if you click on the image, obviously you don't want to use this kind of placeholder. You can click on these 2 arrows here and you can replace it with another image that you've already uploaded in your images library. So you can certainly click and drag an image in, or you can browse your image library here. Same thing with the video. You can drag a video in, and if you click on that video, you can click on this replace button, and you can just switch it out with another YouTube video link that you'd want to use, or you can also use the YouTube embed code that's provided. So you can use either or for videos. What's nice is you can add section titles. So you can just drop that in anywhere. And also like a text block. So maybe we wanted to put a text block down here and another section title just above it. And you can certainly build out the page like this. What's really nice is there's also a contact form. What's special about this is you won't actually see the live contact form here. You'll see the short code for the contact form. So by default, it'll drop in the website's contact us form when you're doing this, but you can certainly switch this out if you've created or modified your own contact us form to be a lead magnet or something like that. You can just change this to be, whatever the custom form nickname is that you have there. Divider lines is exactly what it sounds like. I'll drop one in the middle of this paragraph here, and you see it adds a divider line there. And just an extra line break space if you're having trouble like finding to create a new paragraph somewhere, you could just drop line breaks into here and it'll do exactly that. What's really nice, I'll just show one more thing. These work really nice in conjunction with the pre-made content block. So this is a pre-made content block, and maybe you want to put your contact form where this image is. So I'll just delete this image and drop the contact form here, and I'll go ahead and save the changes. Then we can actually look at just that simple thing that I just did, just using a content block, and instead of using an image, putting the contact us form here. So you can pretty easily create a landing page. Adding images definitely helps, high quality images, and you should have more control over stacking up elements of a landing page with these elements here. So have fun with that, play around with it, and we'd love to see what you create. Share it in the Facebook group. All right, this next one is actually for the search members page in the admin area. There's essentially 3 different ways a member can join your site. One is a self sign up. They come to your page, they sign up for a membership plan. Number 2 is you may import the members through an Excel or CSV file, or you might manually create an individual member from the admin area. Now you can actually search, now it is saving, moving forward now, how the member was added to the database. So now there is a joined via search filter in the search members page, and I'll actually show you why this is extra important that this is there now. So first is you'll see this here in the group of filters when you want to look at your members. Here it is right here, right next to the search button right now. So join via the admin, that's manually adding them from the admin right here, this green button, add new member. Importing would be through the CSV file, and self sign up would be if they signed up on their own. Where this is most helpful is if you import a group of members and for some reason it's not correct, it had only imported half the members, the top level category was incorrect. There is a bulk action to delete members, but it was a little bit tougher to find which members those were that were imported versus members who may have joined on the same day through a self sign up. So what you could do is you could do joined via import and then put the join date, maybe you imported them today, and then you can certainly search, and then you can highlight all those members and do a bulk delete if you needed to. So that's just one use case of this field, but you can also create smart lists based on members who were imported or added or did self signups as well. So I'm interested to see how everyone uses that. Should add a little bit more quality of life to filtering members. This one is a fun one. It's the total revenue snapshot. If you go to your finance and look at your membership plans, for any of your membership plans that are paid plans, you can see a quick snapshot of how much revenue that plan has created. And actually, give me a second. Let me toggle to a site that I can use as an example. You can get the same information if you went to your transactions history page and just filtered by that membership plan. But if you go to finance and go to membership plans, for any plan that's a paid plan, so not like your free plans or your claim listing plans, but for your paid plans, you'll see a number of the total number of members that are part of that membership plan. So this is just a site with some sample transactions on it, and we can see here that it shows the total revenue per plan. So if you just wanted to get a quick pulse of how the different membership plans were contributing to the revenue of your site, this would be a quick and easy way to look at that snapshot. All right, I know this one is going to be super helpful, especially if you're setting up your site for the first time or if you're looking to revamp your site and give it a fresh new look with regard to the fonts that you use on your site. So we try to keep our Google Fonts library as up to date as possible. We update it every few months or a couple times a year to make sure we have the newest Google fonts. But what you can do is you can go to your design settings, and you can choose different fonts for your site. And up until now, you didn't really see what the font looked like. We kind of hid a link here to go check out all the different Google fonts from the Google Fonts website. That's one way to find the fonts, and you can find things pretty quickly. But what we did now is anywhere you can choose a Google font, if you just give it a second, it'll actually show you a preview. It'll go fetch that Google font and actually load a preview of what the font family looks like. So again, just another quality of life update here to kind of give you a quicker preview of what the font is that you're selecting for your site. So I know the main website design is one area where you can choose Google fonts, also the homepage titles, the hero titles right here, homepage title font. So you guys can have fun with that, and maybe you want to add a fresh new look to your site, and you can do it a little bit quicker because you can see the preview right here in the design settings. All right, this one is pretty cool. It's the ability to hide the call to action buttons that show in the member search results. So it really just depends on what the focus of your site is and how much emphasis you want to put on showing additional buttons to contact a member or view the member's profile. I'll just show you exactly what this is and how you can turn it on or off for your site. So if we go to a search results page, I think this should be a member search results page. So this is a member search results page, and right here on the right-hand side, these are the call to action buttons here. Generally, it'll say view listing or send message. This is how it is by default. It's really important to get visitors to click through into internal pages of your site. So these have always been there more or less for the last 10 years on the Brilliant Directories theme. However, there are cases because the member's name is clickable and so is their image to go view their profile, where you may not want this here. So some people would email into the support team, and we'd provide them with the snippet of code to put on their site to hide this. Now it's just a regular setting in design settings, and I'll show you exactly where that is, and we can compare the before and after aesthetics. So this is also in the design settings, and this is under the search results design tab. And for now, it should be the last option, member results layout. So by default, it's the member details plus the buttons, or if you just want the members details only, sans the buttons without the buttons. So let's set that up like that. And what I'll do is I'll clone this page or just duplicate my tab here, and we can do a quick comparison of before and after. So we can see here, it just opens up the page a bit more. It just depends how much content you're showing. Maybe you're using larger font sizes on your site and you want that extra space to kind of give the font room to breathe. So you can see the difference between the two aesthetics. And really nothing's different besides those calls to action buttons are being removed here. Everything else works the same, and you can still click on the member's name or profile image to go to their profile page. So again, that setting is in your design settings under the search results design area, and it's the last one right now called member results layout. So again, this is just a personal preference on what you'd like to have on your search results pages. Tons of updates coming soon. I've just selected a handful of them here to share with you guys. For those of you who are designers or developers or coders, we are creating a setting where you can disable the default CSS that loads with your Brilliant Directories website. If you're not familiar with the lingo that I'm referring to, don't worry about that. It is for the designers and developers out there. And in addition to that, we are providing the ability to fully load a custom widget that will take over the entire web page, and no BD assets, not the default CSS, JavaScript, none of it will load. So you can truly have a customized landing page without having to circumvent and work around some of the default styling that is loaded with the site. So I know a lot of people who are kind of higher level developers, that'll come in handy and allow you to develop a whole lot quicker by just enabling and disabling those default CSS rules and JavaScript. There is a new cool add-on coming soon. It's called Personal Post Feed Add-on. It's not necessarily like a Facebook timeline, but what this will do is if the members are following other members, so let's say I'm a member of your site and I like or bookmark 10 other members on the site, I can go to my personal post feed page and see all the posts only from the people I'm following or I have bookmarked or liked. I can kind of show you a quick preview of the direction this is coming in. It'll probably be released before the end of the year, I'd say, maybe a little bit sooner. So what will happen is when the member is in their dashboard, we're all familiar that they can see their saved posts. Right now, it's just one drop down, and then they would choose if they want to see all the coupons they've bookmarked or liked, job listings, member listings. What we're going to do with this is we're going to separate saved posts or bookmarked posts, and they'll be able to see their saved members or bookmarked members just in this tab here. So it'll separate posts from members you've liked or bookmarked. And then if you've liked or bookmarked members, you'll also have this link here, post by saved members, and you can of course change this verbiage once it's pushed to the site to make it whatever you want to call it. And then you'd be taken to a page where essentially, again, it's still in development, you'll have a personal post feed, and all you'll see in these different tabs of content are from the members that you're following or have bookmarked. So it won't be all the site's content, it'll just be the personal feeds of the people you followed as a member. So we're looking forward to that being released soon, and we will keep you updated in the Facebook group with that. This one we've been talking about for a bit, the ability to force end your staff admin session. So maybe you've let go of someone, you want to make sure they're logged out of all devices, etc., from your admin backend. You will be able to do that with the push of a button. It's just going through its final QA. This one, since it's related to security, it goes into a little bit more scrutiny before it's pushed, but that should be available soon. A fun one that's coming soon, I just showed you the content blocks for web pages. We are working to create content blocks when you're creating your email templates. So if you're scheduling a newsletter or creating a custom newsletter, we're going to create common blocks that you could just stack up and then replace the images and text to make it a bit easier to create your newsletter templates. Another one just about to be released for the multi-member manager add-on, where one member can create alternate sub-accounts. The ability to toggle back from a sub-account you're editing back to your parent account is coming soon. And there are a lot of ongoing updates to make the admin area a lot easier. We're compartmentalizing settings, putting things in more proper places. So moving forward, again, we want to make the platform a bit more intuitive for everyone. We know there's tons of features built in, so we're just working, and a lot of your feedback is helping us putting things in the right places to just make the platform a lot more intuitive and efficient to use for a lot of our power users out there, and also for beginners. So these are just a few updates coming down the line. And why don't we take a few questions here? If you have any questions about some of these updates that we just looked at, or if you have a comment, something that you're looking forward to, we'd love to hear it now for just a few minutes.
So Nathan typed in a good question regarding one of our recent updates. He wanted to know if he can use his Brilliant Directories website as a forum. And now that we have the community comments add-on available, that would be something that's possible, correct?
Yeah, that's actually can definitely help you emulate a forum. What you can do with community comments, and we have a video on this from a previous webinar. I'll grab the link in a second, but essentially a forum, somebody starts a discussion, with a title and a message, just kind of like a blog post, but not as long as an article. And then people respond with comments below that. So with the community comments add-on, now as long as the members are logged in and you've enabled it for that post type, then people can certainly leave comments and emulate a forum kind of experience here. And what you can do is probably the easiest way to do this, I would clone your member articles post type. So if you go to edit post settings in the admin area, I'll go there together with you. This was a good question, actually. The closest thing to kind of a forum post would be the, and let me see, maybe the site doesn't have it. Let me look for articles. Yeah, community articles or your member articles. You can clone this and then call this something else like community forum. And when you do that, you can then create different categories for the different posts. So community forum, you can create some different categories like general questions, or whatever you want for the categories of your forum, and then the post can be assigned to their respective categories. So yeah. All right, we got one more hand up here, and then we'll move on to the tip of the week. Brad, I've unmuted your microphone there. How you doing, Brad?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. What's your question for us today?
I had a couple questions about the multi-member manager one.
It's a tongue twister, that one.
Yeah, exactly. So first of all, like when you're designing it, you can say how many different sub-accounts they're allowed to have. So we have some people that have 5 locations, some have 10, some have like 100. So, I mean, do I need to make, obviously we don't want to have somebody we want to charge somebody that has 5 locations a different price than somebody that has 100 and so forth. So do we need to make different kind of plans for each kind of level?
I would. I think in your case, yeah, I would recommend. So someone can sign up as a single user. So maybe have a pricing page for single user accounts, and then have an alternate page like need to manage multiple, accounts or profiles, and then have a separate pricing page and do them in increments. And what you can do is you can have like 5 or 10 or 25, whatever the most common ones are, and then it's very common on sites like that where need more than 100 or need more than 25, contact us for enterprise pricing or something.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay. So, and then we'll just manually do it. Okay. Thank you much.
All right, good question. Let's move on. We have a new feature. It's the ability to set a custom main menu for logged in members. And David, you put together a couple slides here on some of the benefits and use cases for this. So I'll pass it on to you and you can kind of walk us through this. And then what we'll do is we'll actually show you guys how you can enable a custom main menu for your logged in members as well.
Yeah, so this is a great new feature that can be utilized for websites that really want to provide a different experience for just the typical website visitor versus your actual logged in members. So for example, you could have the primary public main menu have links that go to your about page, your sign up page, because if somebody's not logged in and they're coming to your site, maybe that means they're not already a member. So you might want to push them to sign up. You can link them over to some of your basic publicly available content. What benefits members do get to, again, try to entice them to sign up, and then maybe make some testimonials, success stories available within your main menu that they can easily reach. Whereas for your private main menu, for your logged in members, what you want them to see might be different than what you want just the typical non-registered website visitor to see. So for your logged in members in the main menu, maybe you want to link them to their account dashboard. So it's really easy for them to go back and forth between the content on your site and then managing their account, publishing posts, things like that, everything that they can do within their dashboard. Maybe you want to add actual direct links so that they can add content. If you're really pushing your members to publish articles, say, for example, on your site, then you can add a direct link in your main menu that says add new article, publish new article. They click that and it takes them to the page where they can start writing up an article and publishing it on the site. You might also want to link them to some search result pages. This would be different depending on what the primary focus of your website is and your target demo, of course, what your members are doing on your site. But again, if it's focused on articles, maybe you want to link them to the articles search result page. Maybe you have a specific page that you've made for your members that links them to a bunch of different areas on your site that really only members would utilize and your typical non-logged in website visitors wouldn't. And you can link over to a custom portal page that you've made like that. Or another option would be that you could link to a custom landing page that you've made for members to upgrade into a higher membership plan. So if they're logged in, maybe they're just at a free member account, you might want to provide a quick link for them so that they can see what benefits they could get if they upgrade, and a quick link so that they can quickly go ahead and upgrade into a higher tier membership plan rather than having to do that through their account dashboard.
What's really cool about this, and it's available to everyone now to have these two different menus for public menus and logged in members main menu, is you can really create a wall. The main menu for public people is basically selling them on joining your site, giving them the information they need to get familiar with your brand and your story and what they can expect and get from your site and how they can join your site. And then once they pass that threshold, once they take the leap to register as a subscriber, a free member, a paid member, in some capacity joining your site, then when they're logged in, they can have that members main menu. And what's most important here is you can direct them to the actions that are most important you as the website owner want your members to take, whether that's completing their profile, pushing them to upgrade, taking them to a portal page where if you have the members only add-on, you can actually take them to members only pages and things like that. So what we wanted to do was kind of show you how you can enable this on your site, and then kind of how you can create that alternate menu that would be designated for logged in members. And before anyone asks, right now it's just a public main menu and a menu for logged in members. And even when we mentioned in the Facebook group that we're going to be pushing this, the immediate next response is, can we have menus for different membership plans, for different membership levels? And we are going to push that in a phase 2. So we're going to let this one marinate a bit, get some feedback from it, but it looks like we also will have the ability to have alternate main menus based on membership plans, or at least choosing the menu elements that will display per membership level. So we're just going to figure out the best way to do that. But for now, this should still be really awesome, again, for creating that wall between the public main menu and the members main menu. So let's dive right into this quick demo here. What we'll want to do is I'll start at the dashboard so we're all on the same page here. So the first thing we'll want to do is let's go to the menu manager and look at the menu that is our website's main menu. In this case, we have a header main menu, and let's go edit that real quick. So again, it really depends on the focus of your site. Maybe your entire directory is public to search, searching for members, searching for coupons, events. You don't need to register to search any of that stuff. You can continue linking to those pages. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's take the route of something like this, where you really want people to register first before they can access some of the pages of your site. So you could have a link that says about, and it goes to your about page, and then something like why join, and it goes to your you have a page for your benefits page. You can have testimonials, and goes to a page that you've created with the testimonials, and you could say join today, and it goes to your join page, and we'll just save that. I'll delete those last 2 links as well. About our mission, we'll do that. And I'll show you what you can do with the alternate menu. Let me just delete these 2 menu items. And let's visit the site. Make sure I'm logged out. Okay. So here's a site. This was on the travel guide theme, but we can see here about our mission, why join, testimonials, join today, whatever else you think will get the message across and motivate people to want to register or subscribe to your website in some capacity as a member. So what we want to do is then we want to go to the menu manager again. So we have our header main menu. It's really simple. The easiest thing all of us can do is go to Actions and just clone the menu. We've actually done it here, header main menu 2. I'm just going to clone this menu. And I'll update the nickname here. I'll call this logged in main menu. So we're going to edit our new cloned menu. I'll give it a new nickname. Logged in main menu. And I'll save the changes. Nothing else I need to do. So now let's go grab some links that a member who's logged in might navigate to in their account. So let me actually go ahead and log in as a member now. Let's go to my search members page here. And I'll just log in as the sample member here. Okay, great. So the first and most obvious page, I can certainly link to their account home, their main dashboard page. If you ever wanted to figure out what to link to, just click on something like dashboard, and you can just copy the whole link. I like just taking the part that's after the domain name, the first / there. So let's go back to our main menu, and we'll say my dashboard, and we'll link to account home. What else is important on this site? Let's say this was a classifieds site. So I want to add a classified. It's like post a new classified. So here I can add a new classified here. So again, I'll just take this link, account classifieds add, and we'll say add new classified. Or create new classified. I'll save that there. Maybe you can't search members until you have a registered account. So now I can search members. So I can do like find matches, right? Whatever that may be, and that can go to my search results page. And we can look at maybe members only content. And maybe we have a page that's members only or whatever that may be that no one else would have access to. So we can go ahead and save these changes. And so now I've kind of set up my two different menus. I have my header main menu, and then I have my logged in main menu. So how and where do I tell the system use this one for the public menu and this one for the logged in members? It's pretty simple. You can navigate to your design settings, and right now it's the third drop down, main menu design. You can see there's public main menu and members main menu. So what you can do for everyone right now, they're both locked onto header main menu, so everyone's seeing the same menu until you decide to take this action to create a custom logged in members menu. So in this case, I have it called logged in main menu, and I'll go ahead and save the changes. And we can, let's go to the home page. So you can see I'm logged in as this guy here, and we can see the menu now says my dashboard, add new classifieds, find matches, and members only content. So if I click on my dashboard here, if billing is important for you guys, you can link people to their billing history. It just really depends on what the focus on your site is. There's no right answer here or right way to do this. It's just what you want to direct your logged in members to. So we can see here, I can add new classified ads. It's taken me here. Find matches. It's taken me to the search results page. So this happens to be a public page on this site, but maybe this is only a members only page on your site. And the link will now be available up there once I'm logged in. And I don't have a members only content page, but you can certainly add one there. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Again, you can find this in the design settings under main menu design. Just choose a public main menu versus a members main menu. And the easiest thing to do is in your menu manager, just go ahead and clone under the actions link here, clone your current main menu, and then create those alternate links that you want for the logged in members menu. They might be identical menus. Maybe only one link is different on one of them. Maybe the join today button is gone on the main menu, and you remove that when the member's logged in, right? It doesn't have to be something so drastic. It could just be as simple as removing the Join Today button once the member's actually logged in. So again, excited to see what you guys create and use this functionality for. And again, in a phase 2, we will be releasing the ability to have main menus based on the specific membership plan, not just the if a member is generally logged into this site or not. So what we'd love to do is, if you have any questions about this, it is new functionality built in. I think it'll be pretty powerful to see what you guys do with this, but happy to take any questions about this. And we can open it up to questions and answers. Happy to take any questions about your sites as well. See if we can give you guys a helping hand here today. All right, don't see too many hands up here. No, the updates are pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, Jeremiah is asking, can be a menu per membership type? That'll be coming in a phase 2 for that. Good question there. Do you see Rajesh? Your hand is up. I'll unmute your mic.
Yeah, hi, Jason. Can you hear me?
Can hear you loud and clear. How are you there?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much. You guys are doing an excellent job. Wonderful updates. I really love it. Just one question I have. You know, when you have a membership sign up for like 3 blocks or 4 blocks, different bronze, silver, gold, like that, is there a way that you can turn off and on? Because I am struggling that, let's say I just want to create 4, but I just want to publish right now only 2. Is there a way that you can hide those membership levels?
To hide them from the pricing page you're referring to, correct?
Right, yeah. And then you have bronze or silver or gold. I want to create all 3 of them, but I just want to publish only 2.
I may have a solution for you. I have a question. Are you using this layout for your pricing, or are you using the vertical menus in a column?
Yeah, vertical.
Okay, I can show you here what to do, okay? So in your case, you're managing it from the menu manager, the vertical.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you can do is, you have the side-by-side pricing page menu. What you can do is, the one that you want to hide.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the title one, the first one where the green thing is, pop up. I'm going to give you this code. Pop open your settings, okay?
Yeah.
And what you can do is this. You can put style equals display none important, and this will hide the menu element. So in the outer li inline attribute, this one here, and it should hide this from. And when you want it to display again, just remove this.
Okay, perfect.
It's basically saying, don't display this. Display is none for this element.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Very good. Thank you, Rajesh. Good question there. Actually, that's not a bad option there, to just hide a menu item element entirely. I think when we do the main menu thing where you can choose the membership plan, it'll be per element. So you could choose, hide from everyone, show to everyone, or you can checkbox your membership plan. So we'll figure out the best way to do this. It seems to be coming up more frequently now. Okay, we got a couple more hands up here. Okay, our good friend Colette has a question here. How are you, Colette?
I'm good, Jason. How are you?
Excellent. Thanks for joining the webinar.
Thanks. Quick question today. Just when I'm logged out of the admin panel and I log in again, it takes me to one of my other sites, not the main site that I wanted to take me to. Now, I vaguely remember you saying there is a way for it to automatically come to the site that I'm wanting?
Yes. You go to your admin accounts and you edit your admin account. If you have more than one website, one of these options here will be primary account login. So go to your admin accounts and edit yourself, and there should be a primary website to log into option since you own multiple sites on the platform.
Perfect. Thanks, Jason.
You're welcome. Good question there. All right, we have some hands up here.
Antonis had a great question. He wanted to know if he's customized some of his widgets, is there a way to know if our team has pushed an update to those widgets that he hasn't received because they've been customized?
Excellent question. So something you should do from time to time is, one, I never recommend heavily editing any widgets or things like that, but let's customize a widget just a moment here. what you can do is show widgets, and let me customize a widget and quickly show you what you can do. So like, let's say it's the header left widget. I'll go ahead and customize this. And I'll just put some extra stuff here and save the changes. So from time to time, what you may want to do is, one, you can check our changelog monthly. We do mention all the different widgets that may have been updated. But when you edit this widget that you've customized now, there's an extra tab here. It's called diff. It's difference checker, and it'll tell you the difference between your HTML, your CSS, and your JavaScript. And if you scroll down, we can see in this case, your custom widget has this stuff added to it. And if you're missing something, it'll be highlighted in red here. So you can basically see any discrepancies between the customized widget and the default or master widget here. So let me also share a link to our changelog. It's in our blog, and it's under monthly changelog. And again, if you're not doing heavy customizations with widgets on your site, it's not terribly important. But if you're a developer and you're managing accounts for several customers or clients of yours, it's good to check up on this once a month and just see if there's anything that you should be aware of any significant changes. Okay. Let's see, our really good friend Arlana has her hand up, and I'll go ahead and unmute your microphone, Arlana.
Hello there. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. How are you doing today?
Great. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm a little late getting on here, but I do have a question I'm working on. Trying to create a landing page for a free gift giveaway. And I need to put in the universal code so that it will accept the landing page information from my constant contact. And I'm not sure where to go to do that.
Perfect. So is the entire landing page built on Constant Contact or just the form?
Just the form.
Okay. So this is what you'll want to do. I'll tell you exactly what you want to do. You want to go to your widget manager, and you want to click on New Widget and call it whatever you want, Constant Contact Form, and just put your copy and paste that code into here, the HTML here, okay? And while you're doing this simultaneously, Arlana, you'll see here there's some short code here, widget equals constant contact form. So just go ahead and save your changes, copy this here. Obviously, I just put gibberish in here, but this will be the code that Constant Contact wants you to add to your site. So now you save that, and now it's a custom HTML widget on your site, which is really cool. And the best way to do that is go back to your landing page in your web page builder, and wherever you want that form to render, just pop in that widget equals constant contact form. So if you're using, I'm sure you've styled your page beautifully, but I'll just use it in this example. If you were using a content block, maybe I want to remove the image, and I'll just do widget equals constant contact form here. And then the constant contact form should render properly in this way.
Okay, so it gave me, I have two different HTML codes, right? There's the one for the actual form, and then it says to be sure and input the universal code onto
okay. The universal, right. So the
yeah.
Universal code, you can put it in two places. In this case, because you only need that universal code to work on your landing page, or do you need that to work on all the pages of your site they're suggesting?
Yeah, they're saying for all of them.
So very simply, you can go to Design Settings, and there's a special place just for that. And go to the second to last tab here, Custom CSS Head. And just depending on their instructions, go ahead and paste it into the additional head code area, or if they want it at the bottom of the page, I think they want it in the head code area, but if they want it at the bottom of the page, you would go footer code. But in this case, put that universal code here, give that a try. The universal code pop here, it sounds like it's for tracking purposes, and some like JavaScripts they need for their forms to load. And then then for the specific form itself, create a custom widget for it, and then pop that widget on the landing page with the widget equals short code that I just shared with you.
Okay, so I get it, how to put that information into here and create this, and then what do I do? How do I get that into the page again?
So when you're editing your widget, if you scroll down, there's the short codes right here, so you can just copy this here. Widget
Right.
equals constant contact form. It's the same as the widget name. And I'll just
Okay.
backtrack a moment, go back to your landing page. I'll just open a new web page in this case. And wherever you want that form to render, just put the widget equals constant contact form. Then all their HTML for that specific form and how it's supposed to be designed should render properly on your landing page.
And I can do that right on the main page for page content. I don't have to go into the HTML formatting part.
Correct. You don't have to do it.
Perfect.
Just pop this in wherever you need it to go.
Great. That was exactly the step I was missing.
Okay. If you continue to have issues, post something in the Facebook group. Maybe I can help you out there as well after the webinar.
Okay, perfect. No, I think that's awesome. That's a step that I missed. I put the HTML directly into that page.
Gotcha.
And it wasn't showing. So
okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Glad to help. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for another wonderful webinar. We've passed the 100 mark. We're on our way to 200 webinars. If we didn't get to your questions today, please join us in the Facebook group. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. We'll try to get to your questions there. You can now have a custom main menu for your logged in members. I definitely recommend taking advantage of that. And again, it doesn't need to be anything drastic. It could simply be the difference between having a join today link or join now link versus not having that join today link. Or you can create totally unique menus for logged in members versus public visitors. Lots of lab updates we were happy to share with you guys today. And again, please join us in the Facebook group. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. We can continue the conversations there. The next webinar is in 2 weeks, so we'll join you guys then. On behalf of myself, David, and the entire Brilliant Directories family, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Have a great day and a brilliant week. Take care, guys.